Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and I have a little weird update on Young Justice from Xolo Mariduena. Hey guys, well this I think is probably one of the weirdest updates we've ever done for Young Justice. Let's turn the clocks back just a little bit. Last August we did a video teasing the possibility, really theorizing on the possibilities, that Young Justice could evolve into a live-action franchise. Now, at the time, there were several DC franchises that were in the works that were part of the Young Justice franchise. Batgirl, Static, and Blue Beetle. Now, the possibilities of a live-action Young Justice for many fans is quite tantalizing. But we've never really had anything from anybody at Warner Brothers or anybody involved in any kind of superhero project over at DC. Well, that was until today. Now, earlier today, over on Instagram, Blue Beetle himself, Xolo Mariduena, posted this picture. Check it out. That's right, that's Leslie Grace's Batgirl, that's Sasha Kelly as Supergirl, and that's Blue Beetle, but you gotta notice that logo underneath. Now, does this mean a Young Justice live-action project is in the works? Well, I don't know, it's hard to tell. We haven't heard much on Static, but this would make up actually 4 members of that potential team, giving them the base framework of really what they would need. We've also got that Aqualad series in the works that will focus on Calderon. This is also in an early development over at HBO, and it really does put the framework for at least a version of the Young Justice team all in one place under one roof. Now, this could mean that the team at DC Films is starting to form a plan, and I have to say, Young Justice is their most popular animated franchise right now, and would be a great place for them to delve into for a live-action adaptation. Now, I will say on the downside, this is not really the characters I would want to start this with. I really would prefer to do a Young Justice team that featured Dick Grayson, Wally West, Miss Martian, Superboy, Aqualad, and maybe even Artemis, very similar to the show, and then build to some of these other characters like Batgirl, Blue Beetle, or even Supergirl, who just joined the show this season and not really in her traditional form. There's also the question of whether Greg Weisman, the showrunner, and Brandon Vietti, one of the producers for the show, would be involved in a live-action adaptation. I have to say, all the things that make Young Justice special are not the characters. It's how we're connected to those characters and the story that's being told. And that's the part that Greg and his team do so well. Obviously, characters looking good on screen is important, but how we connect to them and how we care about them is what drives the show, and I think it's what would be needed to do a live-action adaptation. Now, at this point, there's been nothing official from HBO Max, DC Films, or Greg Weisman, or really anybody else associated with the IP. Xolo could just be playing around a little bit. He may very well know something we don't know about the future of the Blue Beetle and where they're going with that character, but there is the possibility that he's either teasing us or even trying to generate some hype for an idea that's been talked about but really has no legs with management. Now, obviously, if there's a live-action Young Justice adaptation, we're going to talk about it right here as soon as possible. If you're a Young Justice fan, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any updates. Also, I want to remind everybody to make sure you use those hashtags to get that Season 5 of the show. Renew Young Justice Season 5, and Save Earth 16 are the hashtags you need to use on all your social media. But until we get more news, what do you guys think? Would you be down for a live-action adaptation of Young Justice? And what do you think about this being some alternate characters from the original team? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.